Hi everybody, it's Christine Bertram, and I am coming to you live from the Hive on Thursday, May 18th. We're on for our second class of the day. We wrapped up the Perfect Pomegranate class at about 3:15, and we rolled into finishing off the product shares. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to show them to you guys actually. Judy and Jill were here until probably about maybe 4:30, and then Diane left at like 5:20, and it has been nonstop action, you guys, all in a good way. We love doing what we're doing, and hopefully you guys can see that we're not pretending. We love to be around paper and ribbon and embellishments and all this fun stuff all the time. Who wouldn't want to be, right? So sorry I'm a few minutes late, you guys. It's always when there's a lot going on, it's very hard to be just like right on time, and it just happens. So I appreciate you guys being a little bit understanding. I should say mostly understanding, all understanding, I should say, about that. Oh, we have a great class for you guys tonight. I'm so excited. We have and I'm about 5 minutes late, and I've already had 5 people reach out to me and ask me, and then I feel inclined to answer people, which makes me later. So I am not answering anybody else asking where I am, because I was 8 minutes late, you guys. So I'm on now, and hopefully those that are looking for me and can't find me, I'm on now. So yay, we have a great class. This is the Sweet Bundle card class that I have been doing probably for 5 years now. It was probably in 2017 that I started featuring a suite or bundle once a month as a specific card class. And in January, then Rose is in Canada, Rose Coleman, and I started collaborating. Well, we started collaborating back in November, October-ish. And in January, we started working together officially to the general public in Canada and the US. And we started offering each other's classes to people in our respective, or the opposite country. So this class is available for kitting up, like if anybody wants the actual hard kits or physical kits. You can get them if you're in Canada via Rose Coleman, or you can get them through me. But I will tell you that all of the card kits for the class that I offer in the US are gone. I had 72 of this class kitted up, and there are none left. The last one went out to Miss Mary Jean Keepert, I think on Monday. Mary Jean, you got the last one. You are a lucky duck, because I've had a couple people reach out and ask for them, and I don't have any left, you guys. That's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. And I feel weird because I'm wearing the same shirt that I was this afternoon for class, and so I'm gonna have 2 videos in a row where you guys are gonna see me in my gray. But anyways, so if you're in Canada though, you are in luck, because Rose has some of this class available. I think she said she has about 9 available for this class. So if you're watching this video now and you live and reside in Canada and can have it shipped to you from Canada, she has 9. And I'm guessing that if you watch the replay in a week or so, you could probably still even reach out to her and get the class. So yay to that. But I'm so excited, you guys. I can't wait to go through roll call with you, because wow, there's so many people. It's awesome. So I do have here, live chat has moved. Well, where did it move to? Let's see. Well, live chat is right there. Okay, they made the button in a different spot. Okay, I found it though, you guys. So I went in and I liked the video. Yay. All right, so we're gonna start at the beginning really quick and just say hi to everybody that's here so far. Hi, Sherry Martin. Hi, Becky Rohrer. There's Betty Pyle. Hi, Sarah Mitchell, her second class, and she enjoyed the pomegranate. Whoop, whoop. I have the cards. I haven't even moved them, you guys. I literally finished pomegranate class. We went to the next thing, and I sat down 17 minutes ago. All right, so it was a good class. Hi, Susan Bellamy from Florida. Hi, Patricia Wright. Hi, Ethel King and Sarah Merchant. Hi, Cindy Runtree and Tammy Steckling. There's Lynn Beasley. Hello. Hi, Linda Hunt. And thanks for sharing on Facebook. I appreciate it, Cindy. So you guys, I did share the link to this video on Facebook. You can share my link, or you can share this link from YouTube, whichever you prefer. I really appreciate it when you do. Hi, Mary Lemke again today. Yay, long time no see. Hi, Sherry Everett from beautiful Oregon. And there's Barbara Godby. Hi, Angelique. One of her first classes is probably her second, I'm thinking. You guys, you guys might think I remember a lot, but I start to lose track after a little bit. I do. Oh, I love it when you guys are connecting and finding out where you're from and finding people in your hometowns that are fellow stampers. Hi, Sharon Land. Every day is a busy day. Yes, you guys, some people ask me if I have a hard time falling asleep at night, and I always say no. I usually hit my head on the pillow and I am out, and I sleep like a rock. I don't wake up. I hardly wake up because I'm so tired usually. Hi, Becky Rohr. Thanks for sharing. Hi, Karen Wetstein. Hi, Brandy Schultz. Hi, Mary Jean. Lucky lady got the last kit. Hi, Cindy Hutchings. Cindy was our big door prize winner on the last class, so I have a pack of paper for her here. Yay. Hi, Holly Popolo. Everybody, thanks for sharing. There's Miss Mary Ty. You found me. Yay. Whew. There's Gwen Petrashek. I needed to talk to you. You're sad that the cards are gone. I know, you can't, you guys, sometimes you think I'm going to wait till she goes live and maybe she has cards, but then sometimes I don't. I can't guarantee when I have card kits or not. It's just crazy. But Gwen, I do have a surprise for you. I don't know if you saw the MS benefit email that I shared last week, but you won one of the raffle prizes, Gwen, and I didn't include it in your package because it was the sampler with the frame, and I don't like mailing glass if I can avoid it, and simply because you live in just like an hour from me, I thought, well, when you're in town or if somebody's making the way back and forth, you get the picture frame and sitting on the counter. Yay. All right. Hi, Judy Sharp. Finally make it for a live. Yay. Hi, Vicky. Yeah, Judy just got back from a camping trip and it was not very pleasant weather, if I understand correctly. She had cold and rainy, and that doesn't sound like fun for me. I would be miserable. Hi, Vicky Rodriguez. Hi, Debbie Schultz from Florida. Hi, Carmen Melendez. Carmen, I don't know if you saw my email, but I'm out of the perfect pomegranate class. So none of that one left either. I sold the last two during class. So crazy, crazy. It just goes that way sometimes. Hi, Barbara Rudolph. Thanks for sharing, Linda and Susan. Yes, Barbara is from North Carolina. I love it. So you guys, when you tell each other where you're from, you're not only telling me that, but you're also telling each other that, because then it makes for awesomeness when you guys can connect. One of the things that I love so much about what I do is connecting like-minded people together and forming friendships and building relationships. So I always enjoy that a lot. So I love to see it when connections are made. So all right, so we said hi to everybody. I need to hang on to my phone though, because I have a list of people for roll call for Rose here from her peeps in Canada. So I'm gonna do roll call and put my book away for the moment then. And let's just see where she is. All right, so from those joining us in Canada, we have Gail, Stefan, Jen, and Annie Simon. Yay, Rose. And again, if you're in Canada and like kits, reach out to Rose. She has them ready to go and could get them in the mail for you at any, I don't want to say at any moment because I don't want to put words in her mouth, but when she's available to, she will get them out to you. I'll do roll call quickly here too on our end. So you guys, the reason that this bundle, suite, I should say, well, it's not, we didn't really pick the stamp set that goes with this suite. So it is like a sweet-ish class, not even a bundle class. So it's what we picked, and it was part of the pre-order. Luckily, the last thing, Joy, was part of the pre-order. I had a scared moment when I thought about it, and I'll talk about that when I talk about the products that we're using, but let's do roll call. So you guys, we had 14 people here last night, so it was a pretty big class, and I had 3 on Saturday, which is awesome. Today I have, let's see here, I have 51 names I'm going to say for you for the online version. Yay. All right, so Donna Grushke, Angela Knutson, Debbie Gast, Susan Bellamy, Dawn Ablett, Jeannie Parker. You guys, I love it when you yell out that you're here. Shirley Malarkey, Sherry Everett, Debbie Schultz, Sandy Wicklander, Barbara Gobby, Mary Carls, Karen Woods, Lynette Mooney, Cindy Hutchings, Bonnie Kemen, Carmen Melendez, Sherry Martin, Mary Lemke, Vicki Rodriguez, Lori Baxter, Tammy Steckling, Barbara Rudolph, Lynn Beasley, Michelle Hoon, Mary Scott, and Mary Ty. You guys signed up right after each other. Sarah Mitchell, Patricia Settle, Holly Poplo, Laura Sullivan, Christina Bernards, Latokia Trigg, Leslie McMinn, Denise Palo, Jennifer Jones, Tracy Saylor, Susan Ray Hendricks, Judy Sharp, Linda Hunt, Sarah Merchant, Angelique McClendon, yay, Angelique, Becky Gandolfo, Susan Wormley, Linda Scott, Janet Sidaway, Carla Lake, Melody Miller, Patricia Wright, Terry Costin, and Mary Jean Keepert. And this might be one of Patricia Wright's first class because we just connected for the first time last week. And this is the class that she picked after she placed an order with me, and her kits are in the mail. So some of you guys might not have your kits, and some of you have your kits. This class got kitted up last week, Thursday, got in the mail last Friday. But I do want to tell you guys, so I do product shares, and people picked the whole shebang, meaning the paper, the ribbon, and the embellishments, or if they picked the paper only, they could pick out a free class with their product share order. And there were quite a few people who picked this class. And generally, when you get a product share, I don't mail out the class separate. I like to save shipping just like you do. So some of you are getting your classes mailed with your product shares, which the product shares are shipping out early next week. I gotta show you what was done. While I'm flipped the camera down, you guys can see the 8 cards we made for Perfect Pomegranate, like literally 3 hours ago. These are hot off the press. So, this, in case you guys are curious about this class, just go back to my YouTube channel and go to the video right before this one. These are what we just did this afternoon. We made these 8 cards. It was a Stamp-A-Stack. Again, I don't have any left. I made 32, and all 32 are gone now. That's how it goes. Oh, it's Linda Scott's second time. Yay! Awesome, awesome. Hi, Anique. Sharon Armstrong from Kylie, Texas, discovered that the stamp set Lasting Joy coordinates with the country signed in. It sure does! And that's why we picked that stamp set to be paired up with this suite, kind of. So we'll talk about that. And Mary Carls, you're watching right now. You're asking if your catalog was done, and it's right here. So I'm going to use it just for a moment when I talk about the suite and the products and we start working on it. But I wanted to share with you guys what this product share I keep talking about is. So there's a lot of new ribbons, and there's a lot of new embellishments, and there's a lot of designer paper and specialty paper in the new annual catalog. And so you guys, I'm going through this because it's not too late, and now that I finally physically have the finished product in my possession, I can share with you what it is. If you like to try stuff before you actually commit to the whole big thing, this is something that you might want to consider. Anything that's marked new in the ribbon section here, or new, thanks Tammy, or new in the embellishment section, you'll get either a yard or 2 yards, depending on if the roll has 5 yards or 10 yards, because you get a fifth of a package. This one's already sold. I have amazing helpers. Jill and Judy and Chris and Diane helped me put this together. My mom and dad, you guys, cut all of this ribbon. Every one of these ribbon my mom and dad touched, and so did Jill, and pretty much Judy just all the embellishments. They put a lot of love and energy into making this awesome little packet. So, and Jill stapled all of these little papers on so that they're not a big hairy mess. And so this is a sampling of all the new ribbon. And I don't remember the pricing off the top of my head, but if you go to cardsbycrispy.com and you go to May 1st and look up product share, that's where you'll find all of the details on this. So that's the ribbon part. And then Judy put this together, you guys. She's so excited, and it turned out so good. We utilized the white cardboard backing from the back of the paper, and so she put together an embellishment package for you guys. Look at that. So this is about a fifth of each of the new embellishments. It is not about a fifth. It is a fifth of each one. So you get a nice sampling of all of the different new embellishments. Now, it doesn't include the loose stuff. Like there's this stuff right here. It doesn't include these two because I couldn't put them onto a sheet like this. I don't want to deal with putting these into individual little poly bags. That would make me want to cry. Hi, Jeannie Parker. So I still have these available. Now, those that are already signed up from prior to date, we've got yours set aside. If you want to sign up as of today, I've got to order the product and get a round 2 situated. And I will do my best to ship them out before I leave next Friday. But I'm not making promises. I will do my best. And usually I can make on my commitments. But in my head, I will say that I can do it. But if I don't be mad. The other thing, too, is the paper, right? So there's all this new paper. And The paper, you're going to get a sampling, a 6x6 sheet of every paper. Not even just the old, the new, it's all the olds. But this is all the ones that come 6x6. So you get one sheet of everything, including, look at that bedazzling one. It comes in gold and the like silvery. But I have to cut this. Tomorrow what I'm going to do is I got to cut this on my big paper cutter. And you get a 6x6 and all of, hi Anna Carter. This is one of Anna's, Anna's new to me too, you guys. So we have a lot of newbies. We welcome all of our newbies. So all of this, you guys, it's the specialty paper and it's every pack. Now, sometimes I can't control what sheet you're gonna get. Like in this case, you're gonna get one of these, right? I can't determine which one you're gonna get, but you're gonna get a quadrant of this paper, right? So, but still, it's a sampling and the backside is super cool. It's still that moody mauve. So this is the paper share. So it's so exciting. Lots of good stuff in this product share, you guys. All right. So now that we went over that we covered, the other thing is the DSP sampler. My brother Tom's coming in from Stevens Point tomorrow. Poor guy, he doesn't know. We're making, well, he does know. He asked me, he's like, how many are we making? I'm like 72. Hi, Laura Sullivan. Said 72. And there's a ton of paper, you guys. And so, especially with all the in colors here and the families, we're making 72 designer series paper samplers. I have about, thanks for letting me use your catalog, Mary. I have about 8 of them unaccounted for. So you can still get on the samplers and the product shares. So good stuff, good stuff. I think this one too. So those that are watching with Rose too. Hi, Heller Grotto. So Rose and I do her technique club class together. And so I offer that to people in the United States. And so just to let you guys know, I have about 3 left that are using the bokeh technique. So I started my book, you guys. We started our endeavor, our adventure in January. And so I've got my 5th month in my book. And this is the bokeh technique. So Rose is going to be teaching this class on Tuesday at 1:30. And so I have 3 of this class left. In case you're watching Rose or me. Oh, you betcha, Anna, anytime. Hi, Mary Carls. So in case anybody in the U.S. wants to take this. Oh, here, Mary Carls, or this is my card from Mary Carls. So I started to put my recipes in the back here. I need to put Sandy's recipe in here. So because of Rose and I doing the Technique Club together, it inspired us to do a Share, Create, Inspire card class, which I keep those I'm going to keep those in the back. So anyways, I have 3 of those left if you're in the U.S. and would like to take Rose's class for the month of May. All right. So, all right, let's talk about what we're making tonight. We're going to roll right into it, you guys. We're making 4 blue-ish cards today. Oh, Anik said that she's sad because of the loss of her dog Maggie. I'm so sorry to hear that, Anik. Furry friends play a special role in a heart, you guys. And I will tell you, Tigger was with us for the Perfect Pomegranate class, and he had Auntie Jill and Auntie Judy here, and they were trying to keep him occupied, and so he kept going back between all of us, and so they tuckered him out. He had no desire to want to even come out here tonight for class, and I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with that. He was a little needy, and so and it was okay. He really he went over by them, and they gave him lots of love, and he used a lot of energy. So he's sleeping, you guys. In case you're wondering where Tigger is, he's not here with us tonight. But I can completely understand what it's like to lose a furry special friend, you guys. It breaks our hearts. So with the Countryside Inn, we're gonna go to page 62 to 63. And so when we were looking at what do we do for the first Sweet Bundle class for the month of May, we had to look at what we could get in the pre-order. And the pre-order we could get, back in April, we could get the designer paper, we could get the folder, we could get this stamp set, the dies, and the Lasting Joy on here. And so I will be honest with you, back in April when I saw this stamp set, it did not tickle my fancy, you guys. I'll be honest with you. I bought it because I'm like, oh, I gotta buy it, right? Because this is what I'm gonna use. When I opened it up and I saw that it was 1 stamp, I'm like, huh. You guys probably, if you were watching me when I opened it up for the very first time, I think during game night, I was like, well, wow, what am I gonna do with 1 stamp with all of this stuff? And so I don't wanna deter anybody, because if you like this, go for it, buy it. But I was like, huh. So I'll be honest with you, back in when I'm like, when we were figuring out what to do, I'm like, well, we're not going to use this one because how will this work? One stamp for the stuff, and it works. I can't wait to see what people are creating with the stamp set, and then I'll be excited. Like, well, you can look in the catalog, they used it as the borders on some of the different cards, and I was like, okay, that's fine. But how am I going to work with this? So right away, we realized that they had the Lasting Joy stamp set, which coordinated perfectly with it. And the flowers match. And so if you flip the page here, the Lasting Joy is what we had used to make all the different cards for this card class. So it has lots of beautiful sentiments. It has the flower. And the other thing we did pull in also another stamp set called Charming Sentiments. So between these two, it covered all of the different sentiments that we needed for this class. The congratulations came from here. So yeah, so this set, if anybody doesn't realize it, know that they do coordinate together, and they match the flowers and it's just, it goes with it very nicely. And then here is, my dies are not on magnetic sheets yet. This is a big hairy mess, you guys. But there's 7 different dies in the set. We pretty much used all of them except for the biggest one and that little baby banner one. So we got a good sampling of this. Hi, Melody Miller. And then the other thing is the embossing folder got pulled in, and this got pulled in for each of the cards. So each one of these cards got pulled in. So, all right. What else? We did have a couple people in class wanted to make this card a birthday card. And so this sending birthday wishes from Wildlife Wonder does fit in here in case anybody wants to transfer this one into a birthday card, because the sentiments work perfectly fine as it being a birthday card as well. So just in case anybody wants to have a side stamp set to use, that one could work. And lots of blue, you guys. We pulled in Misty Moonlight, Boho Blue, Crumb Cake for a non-blue color, Night of Navy, Boho Blue, and Misty Moonlight. Definitely all those blues. So, you know, go Team Blue. And Mary Carlos, thank you for letting me use your book. It was on the table here because Judy just brought it back from getting bounded and laminating today. So I promise I'll have it for Mom tomorrow. She's stopping in to bring Tom and I some lunch, I think. Hi, Connie Moore from Ohio. All right. So what do you guys get when you get a card class from us? They come in white envelopes, and they're all individually, all the contents for a card come in the white envelope, including the embellishments. Now these were kitted up for in-person, so they don't contain the embellishments. When I have in-person classes, I generally just hand out the sheets of embellishments to people to just take off the embellishments that they need. I'm just reading Anik's comment about her puppers. She'd been and lost the high. Oh, nobody. She went up to me. We took her home. Oh, you gave her a good life. You have to remember, Anik, you gave her a good life, and you gave her, like, the last time that she had here, she was taken care of, and so that made a world of difference to her. So, yeah, but it doesn't make it any easier. Hi, Bonnie, come in. Oh, Bonnie, or Tammy's asking if you don't have boho blue. Well, I'll be honest with you. In this one, if you don't have boho blue, use Night of Navy. And that's really the only place we use boho blue ink. I'll be honest. So Tammy, you should be fine using navy ink on this one. I don't think that it'll look bad at all. I did stamp the flower in boho blue, but you could put a Night of Navy flower down here, and that's no problem. Yes, Feline, there's a tutorial. You guys, I'll be honest with you. I usually send tutorials about 2 to 3 days before a class. Usually, if it's a Thursday class, I go for Monday. If it's a Monday class, I try for Friday. And with the new catalog launch and product shares and in-color clubs, it's been more consuming of my time. And so this week, it caught up with me greatly. And so the Perfect Pomegranate class got mailed out the day before class, which it was actually mailed out Tuesday because I thought class was going to be Wednesday. And then for all the gals that are doing this class, the tutorial got mailed out last night at like 11 p.m. or 10:30 p.m. So it should be there. Feline, I don't know if you were in the roll call, though. I don't remember saying your name in the roll call. So I don't remember if you are on the class list for this one. If you would have gotten the tutorial, and that's why you wouldn't have. So I don't, we'll have to check into that, Feline. I didn't remember your name and roll call, and I just double checked it very fast. I didn't see it, but that's why you wouldn't have gotten the tutorial, is because I don't have you on the class list. So, all right, so we will go from there. All right, so let me flip back down here, guys. So the kits look like this, and we're gonna start, I guess, with this one. It doesn't matter what, so the tutorial might have the cards numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, but I generally don't pay attention to the tutorial. I don't remember what I made first, second, third, or fourth by the time that we do class. So they all get made, right? So when you get a kit, I always look in the inside to make sure there's nothing else in there, because sometimes things fall down and get lost in the envelope. And things aren't always folded the way that they need to be folded for class. So that's why it's always good to watch the video so you can see how things need to get folded. And this one is like an easel. Like there's a mountain, a valley, a mountain, and then it goes down. And then you've got a second piece that lays on top of it. So when I'm talking about it, we kitted this up so everything fit nicely in here except for the arm. But, and when you open this up, we do need to reformat this or refold it. And actually it folds back this way, and then that folds that way. And then make sure you grab your bone folder, and then you've got that ready to go like that, okay? So it needed to get folded the opposite way. Yes, Heather loves the blues, yay! So go Team Blue. So you guys should have in your kit a little white label. You'll have this embossed piece, and I need to talk about this because I have an amazing helper, Rhonda, who did all my embossing. And when I gave her this, I gave her Misty Moonlight, and when we did the designing, the actual card here is, oh, Felina's asking if she'll be able to, yes, I completely missed. Thanks, Karen Wetstein, for watching the comments. Feline, absolutely. You can always buy any class that I do as an online class. You can always buy the tutorials in case anybody's wondering. That's a good question. Thank you, Karen, for pointing that out. Sometimes the comments, you guys, there's a lot of comments, and I'm trying to read comments while doing the class. And so sometimes if they're not pertaining to questions to me, I try to, like, I don't always look as close. But thank you for bringing that up. All right, Anika, we'll talk to you later. So for whenever, if anybody's new to me and you're ever looking for a tutorial with me, anytime I do it as an online class, there's always a tutorial. The question is it in my online store or not? I put almost everything in my online store available for purchase except for the monthly class and Let's Just Stamp. Those are available. I just don't put them in the website because it's more work to keep adding more classes and more classes. And so I've never put the monthly class or Let's Just Stamp. But if anybody's ever interested in getting them, they're available. Like the Pansy class sold to somebody last week, and it wasn't through the system. It was like via an email and payment outside of the system, which is perfectly fine. So, but yes, good question. And so yes, Feline, if you want to get in on the tutorial, absolutely. I'm glad, because I'm like, oh my gosh, in my head I'm thinking, did I forget to sign Feline up? And I'm like, I didn't think so, but you guys never know, right? Okay, so the embossing folder is pretty. It is so pretty. And what happened is we gave you Misty Moonlight. And when the day came to kit, I'm like, oh, brother. And then I'm like, well, you know what? We're going to make it work because it is still pretty. And what we're going to do, instead of using, so in this case, and I wrote it in the tutorial this way, I wrote that it could be Night of Navy, and you're going to emboss or sponge white ink over the top. Or you can use Misty Moonlight, and we're going to sponge navy ink over the top. And at the end, you're going to be able to see a side-by-side, and you're going to be like, oh, they both look pretty. And you're going to say, like, I'm happy with the one I have in front of me because that's what's in front of me, right? All right, so then you have 3 little leafy things, all right? Now, we pulled in some die sets from other areas. So these little guys come from a die set called Around the Bend. You guys have a little scrap in your kit for stamping your flower. This little strip here is for the front. You have a little piece here that adds color behind the white label, just makes it pop a little. We are frugal with our paper. We are paper conservations at our finest. So this is actually, there's no paper in the middle section. It leads you to believe the paper goes the whole width, but to save it, we only cut sections that you need for that. You have a butterfly in your kit. So we pulled in the Meadows dies that carried over. So there's a butterfly. You have a little bit of Misty Moonlight, nope, Night of Navy bordered ribbon. You guys, this was in the mini catalog and it carried over. So you have 3 inches of that. You have one of the hexagon dies. That is that size for the middle section here. You have an inside piece. That is the inside. Now be very careful. Before you go to stamp it, make sure you are checking out the orientation. So it fits this way, but it hangs over. So if you stamp it where it's more horizontal, you're gonna end up flipping it over and stamping it over, but because it does fit this way, but it doesn't fit the other way. All right, and then lastly, you have what I call the arm, right? So this is an arm kind of that goes over the top and becomes part of the card base. All right, so no, we were joking and we weren't really joking, but we were like, oh my gosh, there's so many pieces. Diane helped us kid. So Diane Bogenhagen was here last week when my mom and we kitted these up. We were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 pieces in this one. And we're like, wow, so many pieces. So that's why you guys, I think, went crazy for this class. The cards are very intricate and detailed, and they are so pretty. So let's do something first. So we're gonna need here, let's see, do we wanna do birthday? I think we'll make this one a birthday card, and we need to grab in a little block. So this is a block I was using in class last night. The ink is perfectly fine on it. So instead of washing it, I just pulled it aside so we wouldn't clean it up. And we're gonna use that for splattering. So this is splattered back here because sometimes we just can't have things white, right? We need things to have color so they're not so stark. So we're gonna do this splattering right away, and we're gonna do it on both cards right away because there's 3 other cards, and one of the other 3 also uses splattering on the background. So I'm going to show you. Judy Immel did this. She helped me put my class sample cards together yesterday, and she splattered, and she came up with a fabulous idea. So the card that has the Night of Navy base, you're going to want to grab that one because this actually worked out really good. So this card has a hexagon right over here on that side. And it doesn't need to have splattering though. So what Judy did is she just set that hexagon right over the top of this, and then that's where the Stella is gonna get splattered. So this is dried out though, right? But it doesn't mean it's not usable. I always just take a water painter or aqua painter, and I'm going to just drip some water right into the block like that. And then I'm gonna grab my Stella pen and dip into the block, because my Stella pen doesn't always stay the wettest. It sometimes is dried out, and then it doesn't work so well to do splattering. And I have a tendency when I splatter, it goes everywhere. So I'm kind of like making room. So I'm gonna pull color in here, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna zoom in so you can see this a little bit better. I'm gonna dip in here to get some of that blue ink, and then splatter away. Okay, don't need a lot. The more wetness that's in the brush tip, the more you're gonna have going. And now, do you see this? It's going everywhere, including on my phone. So you wanna do a little bit of controlled splattering here. It's a super cool look. It adds, hi Patricia Settle. It adds a little bit of color, and you can keep adding to it, but you can't take it away. So when you figure out you have enough, you stop, and when you want more, you just keep going until you have enough. So that's what the splattering looks like. Now, when I zoom out, I have splatter everywhere up to here, and on my phone, it goes everywhere. When you're done with it, all you have to do is take your brush and you wipe out the blue color, and then you can easily use your Stella for something else. Now, what I recommended, the butterfly here is blue. You could have easily just Stellaed your butterfly, and that would have helped use up some of the blue ink without wasting your Stella on this white paper over here. But after a while, you won't have any blue ink in your brush, and then you can use the Stella for something else. This dries pretty quick. So when you take this away, you now have this piece done for the other card, but isn't that cool? It added splatter. So we're gonna do this one next because we have that ready to go. All right. So we can do a little bit of stamping as well. Because these are photopolymer stamps, you definitely want to grab out the piercing mat, and we're gonna stamp a birthday, and then on the inside we'll put wishing you everything wonderful. And we are going to, you can use either Misty Moonlight ink for this, or you could use Night of Navy. Either one of them will be perfectly awesome. So wishing you everything wonderful will go up here near the top. And then we have a blue flower. It looks good down at the bottom. And we need, so this has a stamp in it, you guys, it really does. It says, I missed your birthday. Only one person wanted that last night. Otherwise, everybody's like, I want birthday wishes, because they send out their cards on time, I guess. But this is set up for in case you miss a birthday. It's good because you have forgiveness then because you acknowledge it. The other thing is the inside here. Now, this is a little bit of work, but it works. We can do it. We're gonna stamp these leaves in crumb cake because otherwise these leaves didn't get used anywhere else. So we're gonna grab the crumb cake ink and that little leaf is sitting around somewhere, unless it's put away already. Let's just see here. No, it's not there. Okay. Oh, maybe it's right here. It's right here. Okay, I was looking for a bigger block. It fits on this little insy-pincy little baby block. So when I go to ink this up, I'm not going to ink up the tail of the leaf. So so then, let's see here. We're going to put this underneath here like that. So it kind of will nestle right into, it's like, I call it like fake masking, where you didn't really mask it, but you did, because you didn't put ink where you don't want it. And so we're going to do it again and have another one come out. Oop, I missed the side there, so let's start there. We're gonna do two that way. And then again, I'm not gonna ink up the tail of the leaf. Did you guys know that tails are on leaves? All right, so then this one's gonna come out this way. There, and we got that still saved. And then I've got, so it makes it look like it's coming out the back of the leaf. So that's my fake masking technique. Patricia's settled. You're here, so you're not late anymore. All right. Then I think we've got, oh, we're not done. One more. Hang on. We have to stamp our flower. One more time. And if you guys decorate your envelopes, go ahead and stamp your envelope. But you can do, now there are no dies for this. You're going to have to do a little fussy cutting. So grab your paper snips. It's not that hard to do this flower. You're just going around in a circle. And once you got it cut, you're happy because this is the only thing you really have to cut out for this class. Everything else, you guys, again, amazing helpers, die cutters, to help us get this card class to you. Tammy and Anna helped out big time on the kitting of this. Oh my gosh. The last month they've been like mad ladies with the die cutting. Karen Wetstein, you guys, did all of your cutting of your designer series paper. She's been helping me now for about a couple months. It's been amazing. So like Karen cut the designer series paper for this whole class for everybody. So we have a great team here. So we get to do a little bit of gluing. Oh, we're not even done yet. We're still using the ink, you guys. So one moment, we need the navy ink back. And we need to grab this piece because I want to show you what we're going to do with the dauber. And it might be helpful to have a piece underneath here. So you're going to ink up your dauber. If you have any hairs on them, get them off. You're going to ink up your dauber and you're going to gently add color to the raised embossed part of the card. And you'll see what happens. And so when you have this on here like that, it looks the same. But once we start adding this navy ink color on here, you're gonna love it. So for those watching in Canada, you probably, if Rose kitted per the sample card, you probably got a Night of Navy piece here, which I would suspect she got the right color. I didn't. And what you're gonna do is, instead of using Night of Navy ink, you're gonna want to use white, the basic, or like the craft white pad. And when you do the white on it, you can see that it illuminates the raised image and puts it in more white. All right, so, but we're working backwards. We're going light to dark, and the others that have navy are going dark to light. So you can see here what this is doing. It's giving that embossed area a lot of definition. I saw that I was lighter over there, so I want to go back and touch up. I'm not pressing very hard, and when I feel like the ink is running out, I go back and I get more, versus pushing harder with the dauber. You will start to wear out, you can see the hairs on there now. It's not hairs, but like, look, that starts to happen when 20 people all use the dauber for an area like this. It just starts to happen that the dauber is going to get loved, okay? And you can always add, but you can't take color away. So you can always go back if you want to see it a little darker. And by not pushing so hard, you're not going into the groove so much. You're staying on that area on the top. All right, so this is what we did. We made it. Isn't that cool? Oh, I like it. Right there, now you can see the whole thing. So when you put this on now, you can see it a lot more defined, whereas when it was just Misty Moonlight, it's not defined. And I noticed here I missed a little section right here. You can see it was just a little bit lighter. Now I think we can officially say that we're done with stamping our ink for this card. Okay, now we get to assemble away. Okay, let's get glue happy. So these are gonna get glue. These will get glue. This will get glue. All right, let's get these guys going. So a little bit, because that's an embossed piece, I put a little bit more glue on it. We'll do our inside. Make sure you cover up those birds and put the other side, unless you like the birds, but the birds might not be straight for you. Okay, so let's be careful here and not drop anything. I'm gonna pick this up first, and this goes on the little front flap here. So this crumb cake piece goes right here, like that. All right, then this piece goes here, and I am looking at the flowers, and my flowers are going up and down, so I would definitely try to put that on not upside down. And you will see this whole thing from the side. You can see inside the whole card there. All right, and then the inside is right here, so let's put that like that. All right, then these little DSP strips are for our arm, quote unquote arm. One goes at the top, and the other goes near the bottom. Thanks, Linda Hunt. Yeah, Linda Grady, isn't that cool? It does look so cool. Patricia said too. Hi, Marie Phipps. Hi, Melanie Foy. All right, so far we're getting there. Now we can glue this arm on, and it's gonna get glued flush on the bottom here, and you can only put adhesive in this middle section right here where the arm is going to be. And so you could go end to end here, like a little bit there, and then you could go right in this middle section. And what you're going to do is flip this over, and you want it to be flush and centered between, like, so I'm looking at the crumb cake here and the crumb cake there, and making sure my fingers are like holding that flush. All right, and then on the back side, what's gonna happen, we cannot put, so you don't put any adhesive here or at this section right here. And how do you risk, like, how do you avoid the risk? So you're gonna put glue right here, right? And then you can put glue here. Well, let's do it here actually, because then we won't go outside the bounds. And then you can put a little bit of glue right through that middle section. And then when you flip this over, you don't have glue out here, and you didn't have glue on the back side of this section right here. All right, so it's coming together like that. All right, got an inside in. Now this piece right here gets popped up with dimensionals. You know what? I have these strips right here. Let's see if we can use some of them. And we're gonna put those along the side and like that. It seems a lot nicer than using all my little baby ones. And then this gets centered in between here, and it's top to bottom. And the width of the designer paper basically matches the width of the hexagon. I'll put that on there as straight as you can get it. Okay. All right, then what I did, thanks Heather Grotto, I took tear-in tape and I put a little bit of it right down in the corner here. Right like that. And I set my leaves in it, and I have 3 of them. So we're going to Stella these really quick before we put them on. You could always do it once it's on as well, like either way, Stella before or after. Okay. And I think we did our butterfly already, yes. All right, so then what I did is I took this leaf and I attached it to the tear-in tape going up that edge of the paper. And then I put that one going that way, and then this little guy stuck right there. And then what you're gonna do is take dimensionals and put them behind the flower. Thanks, Vicki Rodriguez. And then that's gonna get nestled right over your leaves, and it'll help to secure them more to the paper. So that's our corner area. And then this guy, I glued the white directly onto the crumb cake. So we're just gonna put a little glue right in the middle, and it's only on the left, the right, the top and the bottom. So try to get the same amount of crumb cake showing around those 3 sides. Is Stella a glitter pen? Yes, Linda Scott, it definitely is. It's called Wink of Stella. It's currently not available. I think in the US market, it's out of inventory. And when something's out of inventory, the item's turned off, that you can't purchase it. But I don't know if Karen Wetstein, if you could look, I don't know if you're still watching at the moment, or Melanie Foy or somebody, I just am looking at names here. If you're a demonstrator and you're on the inventory status report, I think it has a date that it's supposed to be back in stock, and I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. So I cut that ribbon in half, and I'm gonna put one on this side, something like that, and then the other one, I'm gonna flip the ribbon. This ribbon can go either side. I have my tails like that. I can always trim them if I need to. And then I'm gonna cover it up with some tear-in tape. And then, oh, perfect, look at this. We're gonna use that one. And let's see here. So there's part of this that hangs over. So the crumb cake, as long as I stay on the crumb cake, I should be okay. And I'm gonna put right like that. I'm gonna put the dimensional right over here. And then this is going to adhere over on this section. The crumb cake kind of lines up with the hexagon, right about there. And then we've got a little dimensional that's going to need to go on the wing of your butterfly, and that kind of is perched on the label like that. Now, you could put a little bit of liquid glue or a glue dot like underneath that section, but that one is holding it. The link shows to be determined as a return date. Okay, well, thanks for checking, Karen. I appreciate that. What did you put in the center of the flower for your sample card? Oh my gosh, well, that's coming up. So everybody who got this card kit got 5 of these brushed metallic dots in their kit. Now, I will admit that mine came from Stampin' Up, all a hot mess. And so in person, people are helping me clear up my hot mess, which is getting cleared up at this point. And those that got kits from me, I cut off 4 big ones and a small one. And it's looking like I only have small ones left here, but I'm okay putting small ones in my middle here. So they're called I might have said brushed. They're rustic metallic dots. And then I've got one there and one there. So in your kit, you'll have 3 small for there, 3 big for there, 1 big, and then a small. I think that's what I put in everybody's kits. So I can throw that away. I'm so excited when I can throw empty sheets away. It's the small things, you guys. It's like finishing up the shampoo bottle or the conditioner bottle or the toothpaste. All right. So if you want to add anything more, you could always take your Stella pen and lightly draw over these raised images and put Stella on the edge. And so Linda, you were asking about the Stella pen. I will admit it's really hard to see the effects of Stella on the camera. But when you see a card up close and in person that has Stella on it, you're like, oh wow, I see it. So it's just a controlled glitter. It does not come off and shake all over your face or your body and get glitter everywhere. Let's see if I can kind of get the angle. You can see it's got a little luminescence going on. All right, you guys, I think I still want to trim these tails just a little bit. So we're going to do that one. And then we're going to do, let's fold him back and grab this little tail. All right. I'm happy with them a little bit shorter. And now we've got our first card done. Oh my gosh, you guys, we got our first card done. This is a fun fold, so I will admit that this one and the other one are a little more intense, and then the other 2 are a lot easier. But we had fun. Chris and I worked on these cards about a month and a half ago, and we had fun making them. So much fun. So pretty. Here, let me hold this one up so you can kind of see what the finished product looks like. Crumb cake and navy. Thumbs up, right? Linda Hunt, she says, give it a thumbs up. Something as simple as splatter really made this card. I know, Cindy, because it looked too white, but it was just splatter. It was splatter made the card. Exactly. Thanks, Linda Scott. Oh, thanks, Cindy. Thanks, Linda Hunt. Thanks, Angelique. Thanks, Sherry Everett. All right, we're set that guy over to the side. We talked about doing this card next, and this one too. A little splatter made this one pop as well. So let's just show you the inside. We just have a baby flower on the inside. So a little splatter on the background is what made this one pop as well. And so let's grab that card kit because we've already done the splatter, so we're partly done. This one you guys get to experience the new boho blue ribbon. It's the textured ribbon. It comes in all of the in colors. And I'm so excited because I can pull this over here and show you. It comes in the pebbled path, the wild wheat, boho copper, and moody mauve. So didn't they do an amazing job with this little package? I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so you get some boho blue with this bad boy. All right. Hi, Luann Johnson. Okay. So Luann just called out that they're octagon dies, and I keep calling them hexagons because to me, in my eyes, they looked like they had 6 sides. But she's right. I paused for a moment and I counted, and I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, you're right, Luann. They are definitely octagon dies. So you guys, every time I said hexagon, I meant octagon. So we're clear on that now. Yay. All right. So they are going to be popular. Exactly. And so you guys, if you don't feel inclined to buy the stamp set that comes out with this, I always tell people, don't buy something if you don't love it. And I mean it. So if you like the Lasting Joy stamp set with the countryside dies, then go for that option instead. That's why I gave you guys the option. Oh, speaking of which, I had a few people that took advantage of the promotion for this class. Hi, Joanne Kahn. May I buy the tutorial for this class? I don't need the supplies, just directions. So Joanne, if Rose doesn't do the purchasing of the tutorials yet. I'm not sure if she's at that point. I know. Oh, Joanne, you meant to say me. Yes, absolutely. So Joanne, depending on where I'm at with what time class ends, I'm going to try to get it in my online store tonight. And in case, for those that don't know where this is, because I get asked this often enough where it's like, well, people can't find it. So I might as well take 30 seconds here and just show you guys. If you go to my website and you go to shop, and then if you go to online classes and tutorials, that's where you're going to find every one of mine that starts at Country Home, probably 4 years ago or 3 years ago, and it goes down all the way to the very end. If you're on a computer, you can scroll a lot faster. Otherwise, you got to go like this all the way. And then after a while, I got better, you guys. I started putting a cover photo of a collage of the cards so that you can see. And so that's going to be out there either by tonight or first thing tomorrow. So, all right. So good question, Joanne. Definitely. All right. So let's get back there. Okay. So this little butterfly, you guys, comes from Designer Tags. Stampin' Up! Went to an online only option for some items, and so this is from the online store now. It moved out of the catalog into the online only portion. It's called Designer Tags. I think it's still available. The last time I checked it was, but I don't know if it still is or not. So we pulled that butterfly in, and then we pulled in the butterfly from the Meadow Dies again, and then you'll have a little strip here for your sentiment. The designer paper is 3 by 3, which fits nicely onto the mat that we did for you. It should be a 3 3/16 by 3 3/16. You can just glue that, you guys. I'm getting excited to glue here, and I can. So that is a nice little mat. I think out of all the designer paper in the pack, that one's my favorite print. I like the trees second then. There's this one that we're gonna do next. I think that print is my second one, if I had to pick one. Okay. Oh, you're very welcome, Joanne. Okay, so that's ready to go. Then there's another octagon. See, I can learn to say it right. Octagon embossed already for you with the Countryside Blossoms folder. And you have a white inside and then your base. All right, so take your base. Chris, I think of Chris every time I go to my caddy and it's not there because she says, well, if you put it back in the caddy, then you know to get it the next time it's in your caddy. Put it back in there. I can hear she's in my head, right, Chris? You're in my head. All right, so this will go here. Now, I'm going to put this out here. I did not embalm color or like put color on the raised area here. Not to say you can't, though. If you want to, you can test out the waters and do a little bit of the navy since you already have the dauber. Excuse me, if you already have the dauber with the navy ink, which is the top, and this is the bottom. I'm just trying to figure that out. So I'm just going up the side here, just to show you what it looks like. You don't need to do the whole thing, right? Because most of it gets covered up. Well, I shouldn't say most, but a whole chunk of it gets covered up. So I'm just going to hover around the edges, and just to show you, if you do end up putting a little bit of color on it, it just will give it a little bit of definition. All right, so then we can stamp a little bit. Let's grab our navy ink back. And this one we're gonna do a thinking of you with that little flower on the inside. Flower. So the flower gotta work out, but only on the inside, you guys. And then we've got our sentiments getting to work out here too. So we got thinking of you. I'm gonna stamp it more in the middle. And then I'm going to take my scissors, and I made this into an arrow. I'd say it's an arrow. So I'm gonna go like that, and like that, and then back on this side again. So we have our little arrow, and I left a little room here because I'm gonna put an embellishment there, so I'm not gonna trim that end off. It looks good with color. It does add a little bit. It does look nice, I will admit that. All right. So this can get glued, this can get glued, and this can get glued. Oh, Karen, thank you so much. So Karen did a little investigating, and she found that the designer tags are still available in the online store. So it's really hard, you know, it's going to be hard working with things in the online store because when we design classes, we design them about a month, well, at least 2 weeks to a month in advance, right? So if we're designing with something in the online store and then it goes out of stock, I'm going to still continue to use it in the class, even though it's not available, because I just can't redesign things right before class, even though they're not available. So I've come to the realization that like we're still going to work with things in the online store, but Stampin' Up, like they don't tell you when it's low inventory, they don't tell you, oh, we're going to get more of it or not before it goes out of stock, right? So I'm happy to hear that the butterflies, the designer tags is super cool. I do like that die set a lot. We do use it quite frequently. So I'm just putting like about an 1/8 inch strip on the side here of white that I'm seeing there. And then this one, we need to work with our ribbon now. So what we're gonna do is just cut off a little bit here. You do not have enough to wrap around. You guys, we practice ribbon and paper conservation at our finest. And so we don't care about adhesive as much as ribbon, right? Adhesive comes and goes every day, but ribbon, you like to save ribbon if you can, and paper. So I'm gonna put tear-in tape on the back here, and I trimmed off just enough, and it actually ends up being pretty much right in half, right? So I think you got 8 inches of ribbon. What we're gonna do is flip the ends over so that they catch where the tear-in tape is. Press into it good so it secures them. And then we're gonna put another piece on each side here to cover it up. And you know what? I'm liking these little strips here, so we're going to continue with our strip activity here. So, not like what you guys are thinking. Foam strips, ha ha ha. Okay, so foam strip here. Put one here, because this is popped up. So we're gonna go right like that. And like that. Okay, and then we're gonna grab a little guy for there and put one more right through the middle. There we go. So we're gonna peel all those off. So you guys, this one is an easier card than the last one. Definitely, you can see how fast we're kind of cruising through this one. Then this one gets popped up, and now I did my 1/8 of an inch margin on the right side and centered top to bottom like that. And then this guy right here, we're gonna put some foam strips behind this guy as well. What we're gonna do is put one near the top and one at the bottom. And then this is going to, oh, Laura's loving the boho blue now. So Jill was here working on the ribbon, and I asked Jill and Judy what their favorite ribbon was, and this was Jill's favorite. She loves the boho blue. All right, then this is slightly gonna hang off this side to give it a little bit of, I think we're gonna just trim a hair, not a lot, just a hair. And that was actually more than a hair, but we're gonna leave it like, so you see the boho blue ribbon down the bottom. It's gonna catch the ribbon and the paper, and then this little guy is going to kind of slip right underneath there. And now we're gonna do a faux knot, an F-A-U-X, I believe, knot. And what you're gonna do, I'm tightening the knot to the left and to the right so it kind of follows with the arrow. It might not stay that way, but all I did was just tie that knot on there and use your ribbon scissors. You can trim the thread that's on your shirt and then you can also trim your ribbon at the same time. That thread had been bothering me. I kept seeing it all day. All right, so you got that. Now our beautiful butterflies. Little bit of liquid glue right down the middle of that one. And that's flying high in the sky right there. And then the other one is gonna get a little bit of popping up activity. Again, we're going to put the dimensional on its upper wing and it's gonna be hanging out. I wanna put a dimensional. This is where the pick tool comes in handy too. You can grab this guy. I know, Terry Costin, right? Twice in one day. It's not very often that I do 2 online classes in a day. When I do look at the schedule, I try to take into consideration that I do an in-person and an online in the same day, but I don't very often do 2 onlines in one day. And it just happened to work that way today. And we're good so far. I will sleep really well tonight, you guys. All right. Gems, rhinestone cowboys on this one too. So we have rhinestones, and you guys got a big or a medium and 2 small. It looks like everybody used up the big ones in class, so I'm gonna just use 3 little ones. So 1, 2, buckle the shoe, and then 3 goes right there. Perfecto changeo. All right. So rhinestones, I love them. They have probably been the longest standing embellishment that I can remember. Rhinestones have been around for a long, long time. All right. Everything should be intact. I think what I said to people last night, that this was my favorite out of the 4. I love this one. And I think it's because of this paper, the octagon that comes out the back side here, and just the ribbon with the boho. So there's our card number 2, numero 2 for tonight. I said to the gals this afternoon on the Perfect Pomegranate, we made 8 cards. And then tonight we're making 4, that it's a 12 card day. All right, let's do our fun fold while we're still a little bit fresh. And then we'll save another easy peasy one for last. And this is your fun fold. That is like a card in a card. So you might not know this when you're holding it like that, but you think, oh, well, what's so special about that? Well, it's like, oh, okay, well, cool. And then, whoa, cool again. It's like a card inside of a card. Super cool. So we used the boho blue again. You guys are getting boho blued tonight. So I'm glad you guys like it. Yay. Okay, so this card, this one might be the one that has 18 pieces. We're gonna do a little countdown for this one. All right, so let's pull this out, look in the envelope. Put that guy right there for now. So I will call this out while I'm thinking of it right now. You guys might have to do a little trimming on this piece right here. I made a minor switcheroo to the sizing of it when I cut this designer paper a little bit shorter, which cut this. So anyways, long story short, this blue needs to get a haircut, and it needs about 1/8 of an inch cut off. And I have my little baby trimmer, so I'm gonna grab that really quick. So before we even start, I'm just gonna put it out there. We're cutting off 1/8 of an inch off of this. Thanks, Veronica. Thanks, everybody. I'm so happy you like this one. So I'm just gonna eyeball and just cut off about 1/8 of an inch and then test it out and be like, oh, okay, that's good. So I cut off a hair over 1/8 of an inch, something like that. So test it out, you guys. Check your designer paper and then figure out what you need to cut off. All right, I think that's it for cutting. So we have this mat is for our top. You have a strip here that is for your sentiment. You will definitely need to trim that. This is cut out with the Basics Vellum Basics. Hi, Jean Terwilliger. The Vellum Basics embossing folder. And it's the same size as the white underneath it. So that is for your top here. You have the Shimmer Texture White, which is that carried over from the mini. It's got a little navy matte. That's for your top here. This is from also the Meadow Dyes. So that's one of the foliage pieces. You have a little, oh, you guys, this is cool. So I was getting this class, you guys are gonna get to see this Misty Moonlight ribbon. Jill liked this one a lot too. So I think she had 2 favorites. Judy liked the Azure. So this goes on the inside. This little guy is gonna go here. You have a little circle. The circle goes on the inside on top of the polka dotty paper. And that's with this one. And then this is your inside. We put some strips of, this is just a scrap from when Karen helped cut. It was the end of it. So some people might get this and some not. It's not necessary, but We did put it in case anybody wanted to use it at the bottom of their inside here versus cutting or versus stamping. So that's a possibility. Then you have this piece here, which yours is already folded in half, like, or not in half, but it's folded at 5 1/2. And this is embossed with the embossing folder, and we're gonna sponge color on it again, like we did the last ones. And then you have the arm. You have I call it an arm, but it's your mini card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 15 or 16. I can't remember if I counted that one in the beginning or not. You guys would probably remember, but such, so many pieces again. All right, so let's grab boho blue. You guys haven't seen the boho blue ink being used. And so we're gonna use that and sponge a little color onto our embossed piece here. So we've got a dauber for that. And what I would do for this is start in the middle and work my way out, because it starts off really sharp like that, right? Which is too dark. And then as you work your way to the outside, then it's gonna be the color you want it to be, and then just work your way around the outside. If you need to go back and get ink, again, I'd start in the middle because it's sharper, and then work your way out, and then use that lighter ink. You don't care about the middle because it's getting covered up. And you may have to go back one more time and start again in the middle, and then work your way around the edges here. I'm gonna get one more time and get that a little bit. So, thanks, Judy Sharp. Yeah, your kit got mailed, I think, on, I think your kit is going with your product share, actually, Judy. It's still here because your product share is shipping out next week. So, that's what we got. So, again, don't worry about this. Only worry about the edges, right? Because we're going to be gluing right over the top of that. So, you guys remember, you can't take it away. You can add to it. And that's about it. Okay, that's it for the blue, the boho blue. Then we've got Night of Navy that we need. And that is for our Sentimente strip here. Let's grab this, and we have Congratulations. Now, again, I mentioned this when we first started about the stamp sets that I used, but in case you didn't hear that, we pulled in Charming Sentiments, and we've got a Congratulations and Wishing You Everything Wonderful in there. And you could also use and make this into a birthday card if you wanted. So we're going to stamp Congratulations right in the middle here. Good. And then on our circle, we have this one, which is more circular looking. May the years ahead be filled with lasting joy. Could be an anniversary card. Could be a wedding card. If you said happy birthday on the outside, it could still work. May the years ahead be filled with lasting joy. I mean, because that could still be well wishes for a birthday. And then we have an inside piece, which is right here. And it says, wishing you everything wonderful. I would be happy getting this as a card. All right. Then your call. Just to show you a different option. If you have this paper at home, you could always add a little strip if you didn't get one in your kit. Not everybody did, right? We had scraps, and so random people got them. You could stamp a flower in the bottom corner too. In this card, what we did is we stamped a flower right up there in boho blue second strength. All right, I think I'm gonna glue. So you guys are probably like, well, where's our ribbon for this card? And you're gonna find out, if you didn't open up the last kit yet, you're gonna find out that your ribbon is in the last kit. You have a card here that is the last one, and you have, I'm gonna make you work for your ribbon tonight. I gotta go get mine. Mine's on the table, actually. I gotta grab it. You guys didn't know I was gonna make you work for your ribbon tonight. So in your other kit, you're gonna have this piece of white balmy blue ribbon that looks like this. This was a carryover from the holiday mini. It was part of when I did a gnomes ink paper scissors last year. We used this ribbon as well. So just so you know, that's in your next kit. You're going to need to grab it out. So, but we're going to glue some things together here. So we're going to glue. Okay, we can glue this, that, the arm thing. All right, so wait for it. Let's get this guy down. We'll do this one, this one, and we'll get this guy going. I promise you guys, it's okay. Some people that are watching me for the first time, they get worried that I'm gonna get glue everywhere. I look at it as, if I'm gonna be opening up this glue bottle, I'm going big or I'm going home, or I'm doing both. So we're gonna just go in order now. So this guy goes right in the middle here. Now, the paper shrunk, I can tell, because it started off at 5 1/4 by 4, and it's a little bit shrunky because of the embossing. Now this guy, this is gonna go right up in the middle here, and just center it, top to bottom. I put it slightly above the white, okay? And then this one will go right on the top of it, like that. And then we have our white inside, stamped and ready to go. Goes right here. Oh man, I messed that up. It's okay, because I was gonna glue the strip down, but I didn't, so that goes here. Now this blue 42 goes on the top, just like this. And then our white shimmer goes right on the top of that. And, hi Millie Kindle. All right, the fox side of the paper. One of these has a fox. It must have been, yeah, there's the fox paper, you guys. We covered it up. There's our baby little fox. He just got covered up. I do like the fox side of the paper as well. Now, my intent was to put this down in the middle. But now that I've glued it, I'm okay using a flower. So I think it'll be easier to stamp a flower at this moment in my life than to glue the designer paper down. So we went back to the original plan. All right, so you guys were getting a little bit of a card going on here, right? All right, now this guy, what we're going to do is grab our tear-in tape and put a little diagonal piece on the side here. And we're also going to, I'm going to use tear-in tape there and in the middle of the vellum. So with vellum, I find that if I use liquid glue, it can get wavy. So I generally use like liquid tear-in tape or mini glue dots. So that goes in the middle, and then this one goes in the middle here. Just like that. Now, if you need to trim this edge over, or like trim this edge off because it's a little long, you can still do that. Okay. Now with our ribbon here. Yeah, Linda Scott, the mini catalog went until it just retired. There was a mini spring catalog. I gotta figure out where mine is. It had a purple cover and it just retired. So they carry products over from a mini catalog to a new catalog. And so this was a carryover item. So I cut my ribbon in half, and we're gonna have our little tails coming out the side here. So we've got one like this, and then we're gonna put that one as like that. And then we'll put the tear-in tape right over. I'm gonna pick this off because we're gonna glue that flat. All right, so little liquid glue here. And then we've got the sentiment greeting on this mini card on the inside here. And then I'm going to trim my tails. I like them like that better. So we're going to go like that for this one. And then like that. Okay. We've got our tails on the side like that. And now we can work on this top part again. I had to watch myself because the ribbon, this white ribbon is down next. Okay, so you guys, this is gonna be your workout. So there's a ribbon on a ribbon. And you can start it like that, but then you need to use your scissors to continue. And then you can rip it a little bit, and then use your scissors. And that one didn't go very far, so we're gonna use our scissors again. So there's little, really thin fish line is what it looks like to me, that is holding these two ribbons together. And so little by little, as you like gently tug and pull and bring back the blue, then you can get your scissors in there. If you had like a seam binder, like a seam ripper, that would be good too. But the scissors works just fine. And you're just gonna keep pulling at this. You don't wanna pull too hard because it can create little holes in your white ribbon. And then little by little, you're gonna end up with all these little hangy fibers, like the fishing line, I call it. And then that one, I got almost a good inch on that. So that one. And then a little bit more. And then all of a sudden, when you think you are sick of it, then like, oh, I'm done. So you guys have about a foot here of this, and this foot is what you're going to use for both cards. You're going to use the white on this card, and then the balmy blue gets used on the next card. I just took my hand, and all of that, I don't know if you can even see it, all the little fish line goes right in the garbage, so Tigger doesn't eat it. All right, so we were stuck here, so let's get this. Oh yeah, there, that'll help. And then this guy. So thinking ahead to next week, you guys, we have the catalog launch party class next week. I have it in person Monday twice at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. I have that same class Wednesday night on via this YouTube Live. And then on Tuesday night, remember we had to switch a roux because I leave for my trip next Friday. Ink, paper, scissors is Tuesday night at 6 Central. And Diane is doing Let's Just Stamp on Thursday night in person. And I think that's it for classes next week. Then the following week, I think Kelly is doing Paper Pumpkin or Mystery Night Invite, and then the next week she's got the opposite one. So there, just like that, you're done. So I do have, we kitted up for the Daisy class, you guys. We kitted up, we looked at it today. We still have about 7 spots left. Diane could accommodate one more person for the in-person, and then I think there's 7 left for, look at that. I don't know, can you guys see that? Yeah, kinda. Oh, there, you can see it. Yep, that's there. So I think we have about 8 left, 7 online and 1 in person. So I have a feeling that they will be gone before we start class. So in case anybody still needs to get in on the Daisy class, just let me know. Yeah, so there. Now that one's cleaned out, ready to go. And then there are some little filament fibers on this one too. So all you have to do is, you guys, I had everybody do this in class at the same time last night. All right. So they had their ribbons ready to go. All right, get that off of there. It's like you just gotta pull at them and then they come out. All right, and then that cleans up the ribbon. And you would never have known that these 2 ribbons were once united by a fish line. And now they are divorced and serving different purposes, I guess. All right, so now that we've got that process done, let's take the white ribbon, and we need to cut as much as we need here. And then for the other, you're gonna make a bow. Yay! If you don't like to make a bow, you could do like an overhand knot like this and put that on there if you want. You'd have a little bit of ribbon left over, but We purposely designed it for a bow because we knew that there should be about 8 inches left over. And again, you guys, so many people during the pomegranate class, this was my notes. Ileana Bowmaker, Randy Bowmaker, and Jennifer Bowmaker. 3 bow makers. This is crazy once you guys see it. So there was a Bowmaker video back in February or so of 2020, 2 years ago now. Crazy. So I show you guys how to do it. So if you're looking for it, just go into YouTube and do Cards by Christine Bowmaker, and you'll find it. Yes. Oh, Angelique. Oh my goodness, you're right. Rose has, she's going to be teaching the technique class. So Angelique, you emailed me this morning asking if you were signed up for the technique club class, and you are. You're on the list, and you've already placed your order for the class. The class shipped out yesterday, okay? So classes generally ship about 6 days in advance of when the class is. And so that class is Tuesday. It shipped out yesterday, was Wednesday. You're on the list. You're set to go. And it's at 1:30 Central next week, Tuesday, you guys. So Rose is teaching the class. I'll be participating with it. So I'll be watching for comments and trying to help. I do have, that's the one where I have 3 left. And so you guys, I showed you guys my book earlier in class that you can see what the technique cards are going to look like. But yes, there's one more class. So 3 more tutorials before this girl can get on a plane. 3 more tutorials and 3 more classes, mailing out product shares, mailing out DSP samplers, creating the DSP sampler kits, product shares. I could say that the product shares are pretty much done. You guys, what I did here is I put the white ribbon, it's a little bit south of the equator, right? So if you're looking at the middle, it's just a hair south of the equator because the sentiment kind of goes in the middle, okay? So we're going to adhere. So you gotta make sure you get this on the designer paper because otherwise you'll see it back here. What else? What else? Packing, laundry. 3 loads of laundry are ahead of me, I think. Packing. I told Tyler last night, I'm like, he worked until midnight. I worked until midnight last night. And I got back, well, he got back and I'm like, we should really set out our suitcases and start putting things in our suitcases so that we don't forget the things that we want to take, right? So, hi Becky Gandolfo. So did I get it? I'll be honest, I pulled in my mail, there were 3 envelopes and I brought them out here and I set them by my container, my computer, and I don't recall. If it's not here today, I bet you any money it'll be here tomorrow. That would be my guess. All right, so you guys, that just got glued on here. And what I would do for dimensionals here, let's grab my strips here. And we're gonna put a strip right there. And we're gonna put a strip at the top. And between the 2 strips, we should be good. And now how you put this on here, I'm a righty, so I'm gonna hold this with my right hand. And I want to, this should fit right over the DSP. And you want to line that up here, the top, the bottom, and the left. And then just set it right down onto the flap. And that opens like that. And then like that. Hi, Lori Baxter. Okay. And then this guy, hey, we're having fun using these strips of dimensional, so let's keep going with them. That one's a little long, so we'll cut it in half and we'll do this right here and here, and then we will do that guy across the top and one more. Oh, that's too long, so we'll do this guy there. All right, so then this will get adhered right to the middle of this area, the octagon, right here. Centered top to bottom, left to right. And then we have this doohickey. Okay, we need to Stella this. Thanks, Cindy. This one's a fun one. Get it? Fun? Because it's a fun fold. Okay, so think about the layout, you know, like think of all the different designer series paper you could showcase. Think about the different color combinations you could use, the different stamp sets. Like you could totally case this card layout and make it into many different things, many different versions. So I'm going to take a glue dot and just secure this foliage roughage, the top like this. And I've got that coming out right down here. And you're going to take your snips and trim off the stump here if you need it, or the branch part. All right, then this is going to get, it gets centered in the boho blue, and snip the edge there, and the edge like that. You could have bannered it, you could have angled it, however you need to. But this girl needs a drink of water. One moment, please. Vicky, it sure is. It is a complex. This is what my mom would call is the gourmet card, right? All right, we're back here and we're going to run this across here, and that will catch that. And I need some extra support here, right, to make it double stack it on that side. And then this goes right through the middle. Something like so. All right, and then we made a bow. And last but not least, well, it's not last, we still get gems. We're putting the bow right in the middle here. And then if your tails don't quite go where you want them to, you can show them who's boss by going like that and bringing this guy down a hair. I know you're going to cover up the blue a little bit, but I'd rather have the bow coming down. And then we are going to take and trim our tails here. This would be a very pretty wedding card, you guys. If you know somebody getting married this summer, perfect wedding card. Then for embellishments, we have these. I have to go get them, I guess. I don't have any in here. They are the new in color dots. So one moment, please. They are awesome. One of my favorite embellishments that's new here. So they come with all the new in colors. The blue, the boho blue are so pretty. So you have 3 of them, and 2 go up here, and I think I need to use these for my in color class that I have next week. So I'm gonna just use 2 for now. And I know that the big and the small look great there, and then there's a 3rd one in your kit. There's a medium one you could put down there. I'm gonna leave it at 2 just because I wanna save some of these. I have the in-person, or I have catalog launch party in person, yes, on Monday, and I need 16 of them. So I'm gonna save the rest for my in-person class. So I plan on using this one as the wedding card for your son who's getting married in October. Terry, I'm so excited then that you switched from the Let's Just Stamp to this class then. That worked out perfect. Cool, cool. All right, you guys, it is elegant. It's very elegant. That shimmery texture at the top adds a lot. And then you just flip it like this and flip it like that, and you've got a beauty. Very, very nice. Where is the twig piece from? Meadow Dies. That's from the Meadow Dies. If you go in the annual catalog, Linda, and type in search for Meadow Dies in the die section, they're in alphabetical order, or go to the online store and search Meadow Dies. You'll find that one. All right, you guys are liking this one too. I purchased the card kit mainly for this card. Awesome, Sarah. Yay. Okay, we got that one done. Now we have one left. And what are we doing? We're at 7:41. Well, we got an easy one left, so we're doing good, you guys. My goal is always 2 hours. 2 hours of fun time, right? So this one is an easier one as well. And because we've already done the work of the ribbon, it's a little bit of assembly and your die cutting is already done for you. We talked about the first card using the around the bend dies. And so we figured, well, we're already bringing those dies into this class. why not use more of them? So that is where these little baby flowers come from. You're very welcome, Linda. And then the foliage here comes from Nature's Prince dies, or like the nature dies. And you guys will have your tree paper here. You have the stripy paper. This is already embossed for you with the hex, I almost said it again, the octagon die cutting first, and then the country blossoms. And then you guys should have some flowers and foliage piece there. All right, so I'm thinking that I'd like to make this a thinking of you card. It says I'm so thankful on this one, but I like, oh, what do I do? Thinking of you. I feel like thinking of you could be a thank you card as well. So that's why I think I'm going to use it as thinking of you. Put that right in the middle. And then our tried and true flower friend here, Flower, is going to get his last workout for the night. Put him down here. Ink that up good. And then that's it, you guys. If you wanted to, you could use white ink and dauber over the top of this and make it a little bit more illuminescing. Oh, thanks, Linda Grady. All right, burnish your edge here, and let's get some glue happiness on. All right, so you can do that one, that, and that. And this, we're gonna do this one first. Make sure you get your trees right. They're standing high in the sky and growing upward, not upside downward. And then our stripes won't matter. And that goes over the top of the designer paper slightly. And then you've got your white piece. And that goes here. Okay, and then grab that tear-in tape, and Sherry loves the cards. You guys are liking these, that's awesome. They were fun. I liked them. Like, you guys, I'll be honest, I'm a team purple girl, but I do love blue. I do love blue, and it's not that I don't like blue, but I like purple more, right? So, with this, you can cut this in half, or you can fold it, but sometimes I like to just get it right in the middle here and cut it so that we're working with 2 ribbons then. And the bottom one, I want like even with my stripy paper, so I'm not covering up any of it. I'm kind of like butted right up to it and flush with it. And then this one is slightly overlapping it, just a hair. Catch that tear-in tape in the back. Then it goes right over the top like this. And then you got your tear-in tape ready to go over the top. And yes, Laura, I agree. It's very nice designer paper. And I'm happy it's going to be here for the whole year. And then we're going to glue this down onto the front. Now this brings it all together, you guys. You know, we were a little nervous about the balmy blue, but it pulls out that light blue color on the inside of the designer paper. All right, so that goes right there. And then both of these things, yep, are popped up. So let's take our strip here. So you guys, these strips, if you're wondering where I got these, you're like, where did she get those from? They were in the kit. I did a kit class, and they were in the kit. And I'm using them up. That goes right in the middle here. And I did pop that up as well. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to have a strip here, cut it in half, and then put that top and bottom. And I think we're going to put more on there. Grab 2 more of these guys. Yes, Angelique, we're on the same team. We're on Team Purple, but we love blue. These blues are pretty. I'm going to cover up just the top ribbon and leave the bottom one exposed. And I'm going to put it to the left just a hair of the center so that I have room here for my vellum. And the vellum, I'm going to use a glue dot right behind the middle back and attach that. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I put one of the little tails below. I think I'm going to cut these actually a hair so that they're, and now I put it right over the top. You could put it below the ribbon, but I'm just going to put it over the top. My one little branch is kind of hanging over the edge of that, which is fine. And then we're going to use glue dots for our flowers. So I can put all these on at once, and then I'll grab them off. So around the bend is a die that has 3 flowers. These 3 flowers. And Anna die cut 24 whites, 24 navies, and 24 boho, and then everybody got a mixture of colors. You either got a big boho, a big navy, or a big white, and the same with the little one and the medium one. So you're just going to arrange your flowers differently depending on how you have them, or like do the small white one there. Just, it depends. However you want to do it. You have 3 flowers in your kit. I'm pretty positive that you should. I mean, my helpers hope that you do. So, all right. Pearls, iridescent pearls. They are right here. So let's grab, ooh, I got a free floating one here on the edge. We're going to grab that guy and give it a home. Put him on the pretty card. And he wants to stick to my thumb instead. So put that one, and you've got a big and a small, and probably a small right over there. And I don't know, did we Stella anything? Not yet. We are going to Stella our flowers right here, and the branch, and around the edge here. Linda, now do you see how we use Stella on every card? So in every instruction that I write, I always put, and Stella to your heart's content. All right. Whew. All right. We did it. We got through all 4 of our amazing cards. And now it's time for the famous question of which one do you like the best? What's your favorite? So let's bring them out so you can tell me. I think I told you that my favorite is this one. I just love that one. I mean, as gorgeous as they all are, right? They're all pretty. One is not better than the next. Let's see here. Oh, in case you guys are wondering, I did practice using this little Stampin here. I did not like it. It was a pain in the butt. They don't line up exactly. So it's this stamp and that stamp. And they are a bear to get lined up. And they look weird coming out like that. So I'll have to watch for other people who use that stamp to see how they made it look good. So I flipped it over and I did that. So Pam says the blues are my favorite colors. Those are my all-time favorite colors. Laura said the second one. The second one was this one. Yay. Congratulations is Cindy's. Carmen likes the fun folds. Yay. Very good. All right, let's grab my book really quick, and I'm going to jot numbers for names while you guys roll in with your comments. So I do want to do a little call out to people who took advantage of the promotion for this month. So I had a couple girls in person last night. Sarah and Bobby got the promotion, and Shirley Malarkey and Lynn Beasley, Laura Sullivan, Becky Gandolfo, and Carla Lake all took advantage of, they bought, so I gave people the option, they could buy either of the stamp sets, right? It could have been this one, or it could have been this one. I didn't care which one people bought. Like, if they loved this one, they could get this one. But if they would have preferred this one, which is the one I used for class, they could get this. Becky loves them all, yay. And if they got the embossing folder, but the embossing folder was out of stock the first day, so I gave people the option to mix and match any other embossing folder of their choice. And they got the dies and a pack of designer paper. Then they could get in on the promotion. And the promotion was, so I had it written that it was a half a pack of the Vellum Basics, which we used on this card right here. And I didn't remember that when I went to buy the promotional paper to give away for the free gift. and I ended up buying the DSP. So and then I realized it. And so some people got the half a pack of DSP and some people got the half a pack of vellum. So either way, they both are a great little promotional gift. The Fun Fold is your favorite. Nice, very cool. All right, so Debbie Gast, you are number 1. Shirley Malarkey, you are number 2. Lynette Mooney, you are number 3. Carmen Melendez, number 4. Vicky Rodriguez, you're 5. Tammy Steckling is 6. Barbara Rudolph is 7. Lynn Beasley, you're 8. Mary Ty, you are number 9. Laura Sullivan, you're 10. And Tracy Saylor, you're 11. Sarah Merchant, you're 12. Becky Gandolfo, you are 13. Linda Scott is 14. Carla Lake, you are 15. Melody Miller, you are 16. Patricia Wright, you are last at number 17. Yay, we had 17 people that ordered product to get this class for free. So I'm putting all of you guys in for a random number generator door prize drawing. And I'm putting 17 in here. And I am going to hit the word generate. And when I do, it's going to give me a lucky number, 6. And 6 was Tammy Steckling. All right, congratulations to Tammy Steckling. You guys, that's my method of madness of how I keep track of everything is this book. I would be lost without it, so I take very good care of it. So we have a lucky duck winner. We have Tammy Steckling. And so Tammy, the next time I have a package going out to you, I will definitely put a little goodie prize in there for you of some retired product. Because how it works for those that are new to me, I use your orders and you use host code, you get a free class with me, and then I buy the products or use the host rewards to get paper and embellishments and ribbon, oh my, to kit up for to have for the kits. And sometimes I order some extra in case I don't know how many people are signing up for a class so that I have the products I need. And then at the end of a catalog, I am left over with some things. And so I go through my vault of leftover extra product and I make them into prizes. So I don't generally sell things that use stamp sales very much because I give them away throughout the year and that works for me. So it helps keep you guys happy too because everybody likes the opportunity to win prizes, right? So, all right. So we had Tammy Steckling for our Lucky Duck winner. And we made 4 beautiful cards. There are no kits left. There is going to be a tutorial in the online store. I think I might get that snuck in tonight yet. So that if you're looking for it later tonight within an hour or two, it should be out there. Again, it's under cardsbycrispy.com. You know what? I think I'm going to take a few moments here and share some Happy Mail with you guys because it's starting to not pile up, but get a bigger pile, bigger tigger. So if you guys want to entertain me for a few more moments and see some Happy Mail that came in, you're welcome to stick around and look at some beautiful cards with me. And if you are needing to get going for whatever reason, you're more than welcome to. I appreciate absolutely every one of you that watches me and takes classes with me or places orders with me or all of the above or a few of the above or just the support. You guys are amazing. I truly appreciate all of you. And we're just going to walk through some Happy Mail. You guys when you send me payments for classes with a check or even cash, I get beautiful cards. So I want to share with you some of the cards I got. And because I'm starting to get a little pile. We haven't done this for a little bit. Oh, thanks, Sherry Everett. All right, so this one comes from my friend Sherry Pyer, who is down in Tampa. She made me this pretty purplicious card, you guys. And it looks like this on the front. It uses the Petal Park and Sentimental Park stamps, dies, punches, the punch. So it's Petal Park. And so she used some of that design. That was the host paper in the last mini catalog and some Fresh Freesia open weave ribbon. And she used the deckled rectangles and made a matching envelope. Very pretty, Sherry. I love it. Oh, thanks, Cindy Runtree. So that's from Miss Sherry Pyer. This is from Cindy Runtree. You guys, she's got her purple flower with a little stem and leaf on here. So I always love getting this card from Cindy. She's got these personalized with her name and her husband's name on it. This one is from, oh, thanks, Lynn. This is from Miss Faye Godby. And this is her friend, so she said, here's another one of, I didn't make, but reminds me of a beach island vacation you might like to take in North Carolina. The Outer Banks with the sandy beaches, ferry boat travel, and lighthouses. She wrote me a nice love note, so I love it. And I'm not going to share everything that's in the inside because I don't know if it's open news to everybody, but I wanted to share what she wrote in the beginning about what the outside was all about. So very pretty. Lighthouse Productions from North Carolina. This one is from the amazing Miss Ann Bellinger from Vermont. She used the By the Bay designer paper here with the foliage here. I think that was from the Huron dies, and then the Seaside embossing folder here. And she did a little bit of stamping on the inside. So this was from Ann Bellinger. This one is from Ruth Andy, you guys. Ruth Ann. Oh, she mailed this a long time ago. It took about a week and a half to get here, but it's here, yay. And she used that butterfly DSP that was from Sale-a-bration a couple of years ago, and then the layering circles, an embossing folder here that went down, and it kind of faded away, so it was super cool. She got a Stamp-a-Stack from me, and so I think that's the first class she had signed up for. This is from Miss Mary Lemke. Have fun, use it up. So yeah, so I was waiting to show this off, and it's got a magnet on the back, and it's got Busy Bee because that's what we are. So this will be great, actually, Mary. I should keep this right by me here for making my notes. All right, so thank you to Mary Lemke for that. This one comes to us from Laura, right? Yes, Laura Sullivan. I knew that when I saw it. She used that split card the die on the side here. Oh, the stamp set. It was from the mini catalog. Splendid Thoughts. Splendid Thoughts, the die set and the stamps. So Laura, it kind of reminds me of Rococo Rose, but I don't think it is. Like this color on the top. It matches the foil paper very nicely. And I love it. So, and on the inside, life is sweeter when shared with a friend like you. Sending hugs. I love it. Those fonts match very nicely. And then she's got a little bit of the foil on the inside. Very pretty, and a nice little bow. This one's from Vicki Rodriguez. And she made a little Playing in the Rain card. And it's got a belly band. And then it's a Dutch gatefold. And it opens up like this, and I took the checkout, yay. I left your name in, but I remembered that was yours, Vicki. I love how you used the designer paper and cut it so that it still stayed continuous, and you put some clouds at the top here, and you stellaed them. So it's very pretty. Thank you, Vicki. And then the little turtle friend here on the side, and it says, oh, happy day. All right, I lost my comments, so let's hit retry again. Hi, Dawn Ablett. It's home from work, so I will check the replay. Hope, yep, had a good night. You have a good night as well, Dawn. All right, so there's Vicky's, okay. And then this one is from Margie Schlegel. Yay, Margie. Purple. Very purple. You are wonderful in every way. Using the Dainty Delight stamp set here. Hues of Happiness for the sentiment. And then she's got a pretty little flower on the inside. I love your handwriting, Margie. It's awesome. From a stamping friend. I love it. So that's from Margie Schlegel. This one is from, sometimes I remember, Sharon Davis. Oh yes, Sharon sent this. She's in my In Color Club. And it says, just for you, she used some of the Orchid Oasis, like that woven ribbon. Very pretty coloring of the flowers, just for you. And we got the inside. So yeah, so she's part of my In Color Club, and she got her first, sorry, frog. In Color Club got mailed out this past week. This one comes to us from Jenny Knutson. Jenny got an In Color retirement card class and sent me a check for that. And I love how she did the two different designer papers with the like a stitch circle and some of that tulle, the polka dot tulle, and a little tag looking like it's hanging from it. It looks like the subtle embossing folder-ish on the back here and in gray. And she loves my small business. Yay! Thank you so much, Jenny. And this one is from Naomi. Oh my gosh, Naomi, I still have your check in here. I'm glad I opened this up. You guys, I try my best not to lose any checks. And so I was, I think, mesmerized by the dragonfly trinket on this. So this is that Dainty Delight paper that was part of sale-a-bration from earlier this year. And she used a little dragonfly trinket. And then Thank You for Your Kindness is from Dainty Delight. And then she's got a little foliage on the inside and starry sky paper here. All right, so nothing in the envelope, okay. Laura Sullivan, this one is from you. So we have your Purplelicious Fun Fold from the Stamp-a-Stack, the braided technique, the pleated skirt technique is what I kind of refer to this. It's like, it looks like a pleated skirt. And what she did is she got the metal plate embossing folder back here. Look at these big pearls on here, you guys. I love it. And then a little vellum stylish shape here with some of this was some ribbon that was from trimming the tree. It was a sweet, like 2 years ago. I loved it. It was an evergreen. Wishing you brighter days to come. Love it. And then you guys, this is from Anne Van Willigan. She's down in Kentucky. She has a note here. My friend had this stamp and I just had to make you a card. Thanks for being a great queen bee. I love it. And she's got the sending sunshine, love, and big hugs. And she's got some butterfly trinket or embellishments on the inside. Isn't he the most adorable little bee? Very happy. I love it. This one's from Shirley Malarkey. Yes, Shirley. And I thought the card went like this until I read her Post-it note. And she's got this stamped on the inside. And she sent me a birthday card that I can repurpose and send off to somebody. She fussy cut the flower out, and I like how sharp it looks on here. Yes, Laura, I knew it was your goof card, but I wasn't going to call it out. Laura said that she didn't make this go down and tuck under, and so it didn't go underneath there. And that's okay. No one would ever know that from looking at it. So she thinks it's a goof card, but I think it's perfect the way it is. So this is from Shirley Malarkey, a very pretty birthday card. So thank you. She loves my classes. Yay, Shirley. I love it. Let's see who we have here. I think this is Barbara Rudolph. So this, you guys, so in Anne Bellinger's card, she has an embossing folder back here. That is the seashell one. That went with the Friends Are Like Seashells dies and stamp set. So Barbara Rudolph used that on this card. And then she got some product shares from me. Yay. And then a little banner die on the bottom here. This one's from Christina Bernards. And I always like to save her envelopes to show you. She puts a flap of the designer paper on, I should say she puts a little piece of designer paper on the flap. And she had to be honest with me. She told me that she made this card with her upline, I think Lisa Spacek. And so she couldn't take credit for the design, but I'm like, hey, you made it. It's your card. I still love it. It's really pretty. She used copper clay, and then this pops up like this, so this arm. And then she's got the daisies on here with a little vellum circle back there. So very pretty. Some of the in-color dots on there. This one is from Holly Paplo. So this, thanks a bunch. You inspire me, and I'm so grateful for you. So Holly did this class with me tonight, and she made this cute little, she's got this little hello postcard with it that she sent me. So that was awesome. And this one is from Miss Luann Trumpauer. Yay, Luann. She's on my team, and she got a little goodie. She earned a prize. Well, I wouldn't say it's a prize. She actually got a gift from me. It wasn't really a prize. She qualified on my team, and she got a journal. And so I sent that to her, and she said that she enjoys being part of my team, which I'm so happy that you're a part of my team, Luann. Hugs to Tigger, and love seeing him during your live. So Tigger was very happy to hear that, Luann. So he loves when you guys love him back, because he loves all of you guys. This one is from Miss Vicky Rodriguez. Look at me. I have 2 cards from Vicky. I saw this one and I was like, oh, I was blown away by all the pearls on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 beautiful pearls. I love it. She's got 3 and 1 and 1 and then 3 on the sides. Perfect. The colors are so soft and soothing on here. It says, you are amazing. And this is from a die set with something with celebrations. I like it. I think they nestled inside of each other. And some like seam binding ribbon here on the sides. Very pretty. And then on the inside, you guys should see this, how she decorated that. Very pretty with little splatters all the way around. Very pretty. So there's from Vicky. You guys, I told you I had a whole bunch of happy mail here. So this one, oh, you guys, okay, so look at the envelope on the outside, right? It's cool. It matches very nicely. So this is from Pam Gale. You were live watching me tonight. I love it. So hopefully you're still sticking around, Pam. So just a little thank you for sending me your beautiful card. This is a Center of Attention Fun Fold. You just learned it on Friday watching Rose. I love it. Okay, so Center of Attention card. All right, it's like a never-ending like the never-ending fun fold, right? So did you see how that just happened? I don't know how I did it, but I did it. So if you look at it this way now, it looks like that, and it was super cool because the envelope matched. It's so pretty. I love this pretty peacock. Okay, let's try this again. So that like that, and this like this, like, and they twist in and out, and it goes flat like that. And I felt like, yeah, I think I had that right. Yeah, it goes like that. But then these flippy floppy, it's so cool. All right, and then it stands up. Oh, okay. You guys, I would be like, I would do this in a class, but I'd make you guys do all the scoring and the cutting. Pam, I love it. Thank you for sharing this card with me. I had fun sharing that with everybody just now. Okay, so then we also have another one here from Jean Terwilliger. Jean Terwilliger. She received her package, and she qualified on my team, and she earned Be Happy Stampers journal. So I give everybody when they qualify, meaning they hit their first like benchmark in Stampin' Up's eyes. And she was so happy with the treasure and the gift. Let me show you guys how she decorated the inside. She's got a little baby flower in there from the Hues of Happiness, or Happiness Abounds, and then a little thank you. I love it, Jean. Yay. All right, we've got a ladybug card here. Believe that this one is from Linda Kester. Yes, so Linda, this is going back. You got the MS benefit. So look at the outside. She's got the Hello Ladybug with a leaf back here and some of the daisy punch going on with the red and black. Super cool. So she donated a little bit extra for the MS benefit because her brother had MS and he passed away 30 years ago already. And they've come so far with the treatments. And so Linda, I got this, and we all appreciated your extra donation. I want to tell everybody that I didn't quite mail out everybody's kits right away after. I was able to consolidate some people's packages, and if I was able to consolidate people's packages, I took a couple dollars from everybody's, and instead of giving you guys each back a little bit in a shipping voucher, what I did is I put an extra donation in. So I threw in so we were at like $2,520, I think. And then I bumped it up to $2,550. So I throw in an extra like $30 or $35, something, or $25. And I just rounded it off because $2,550 sounded better than $2,525. I don't know. So in case you guys were wondering, if you got your packages shipped together instead of giving you a shipping voucher, and not everybody's going to hear this because not everybody's watching right now, but I did throw in an extra $25 for, I was able to consolidate maybe like 8 or 6 or 10 packages so that, Pam said it mesmerized her, so she had to try it. Well, you did a great job. It was a good job. So in case you guys are wondering why you might not have gotten a shipping voucher for me consolidating on the back end, then that's why. So, but look at this. So back to this one, you guys. She's even got a little ladybug on the leaf on the inside here. So very nice, Linda. I love it. And then this one is from Lisa's Basic. Look at that. We've got Lisa's card and we got Christina's card here. And then when you open it up, it's like a gatefold type like this. And it's red and gray is pretty. The black and white paper is so cool because you can color it or you can leave it monotone like that. Monochromatic. Very cool. So thanks, Lisa's Basic, for your beautiful card. This one, the Nomies. Okay, so this is Darrell's card, you guys. All right, I'm so happy I'm doing this right now because, so she wrote, she hopes I can use a birthday card. You guys, I can always use birthday cards. Absolutely. So she used the Nomies here. I love it. She's got pink mushrooms. This paper was one of my first, I loved this designer paper. I didn't always get into designer paper like I do now. I was looking back, like I probably got into it maybe 6 or 7 years ago. This was, I'm trying to remember what the name of this designer paper was, but I loved it. I probably have 2 packs of it, and I'm hoarding it. And then it opens up and she's got the little panel here attached. And then her DSP, she flipped her corner back here. So this is kind of similar to what we did for our fun folds. with the favorite flowers a couple weeks ago or a month ago. So very pretty Durrell. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. And then we've got just 3 more, you guys. All right, because we're running out of my thing keeps going away. That was a wonderful idea. Who gets the pleasure of watching Tigger while you are gone? Oh, so Linda, my mom, and Diane. And this one comes to, oh, you guys, I have to read this note to you because this almost made me cry. I hope you don't mind, Patricia. Oh, I'm going to save this note. So she said, thank you so much. I have never received a card kit from you that was damaged. You always send a copy of your card classes with the rain and with the rain and shine kit. You cut around the animals so we can dye or fussy cut them. The best. I have gotten at least 5 of these kits from different demos, and they all cut the DSP into 6x6 or 6x12 pieces. I realize it's because of shipping. But you are the only one that thought of cutting around the animals. Thank you so much. It's the little things in life. Always on hugs, Pat. You have beautiful handwriting. She said, excuse my terrible handwriting, but your handwriting is beautiful, Pat. So I opened this letter at the exact right moment in time because it just warmed my heart and it made me think everything I do. Brian Adams, I do it for you. No, I'm just kidding. That you guys, it's like, I love to do what I do. And when you guys appreciate it as much as you do, it just keeps me doing more. So, sometimes angels are just good people with kind hearts. And so, yeah, this was so special. I just loved getting this from you. It was amazing. And what you wrote was, I needed to hear at the time I heard it. And so, so thank you so much, Pat. That was so special to me. This one, I'm going to put the little note up. You guys, I have, I have notes back here. I don't know if you guys, oh, hang on. If I flip this way and flip it this way, I don't know if you can kind of see down here. I have notes and cards along my ledge here. And so I saved that stuff, like with those little personalized notes. And so, I'm going to put that up on the hang, like it goes in the little collection over there. So share what you love so much. Right, exactly. All right, there's 2 left, you guys. There are 2 more. 2 scoops. 2 scoops. Susan Wormley, she got 2 scoops of ice cream and she thought of me. I think it was ice cream you wrote in your email, right? Oh, you guys. So so this is from Frances Rodriguez. She got the favorite flower stamp stack from me, and it's sweet ice cream, and it was happiest birthday. And you're sweet, and got the cute little ice cream cone on here. So this looks like Pac-Man. So if you guys are ever needing to make a Pac-Man card, you take a circle, wedge out its mouth, and then these are the ghosts that the Pac-Man is eating. So, so share what you love. I got what you were saying, Mary Jean. And then my last card here is from Bonnie Lesperance. So this was the thank you card she made for all the people who donated for the MS benefit. And she put on the little butterflies here, and she gave me a thank you for helping host the event. And so, very pretty. She even embossed the butterflies on the inside here. Very pretty. That's my happy, guys. It was time to go through Happy Mail, right? Oh my gosh. So I have all, this was all here it was waiting for me to go through it with you guys, to share with you the love that I received from you guys and show you more ideas and inspiration with cards that I receive. So lots of love and happy mail there. So, well, thank you for indulging me, guys, while I could share some happy mail with you. I love it. So beautiful happy mail cards. Yes, they were. They sure were. So Mary Jean, I think I'm getting what you're saying. I think I get it. Sometimes the typing out, like, and then auto texting or whatever, like auto filling it in makes it so it doesn't always give you what you want to say. So watching Tigger, Diane Bogenhagen is going to be teaching class here a couple times. Kelly will be here a couple times teaching class, you guys. They've got 4 classes here pretty much while I'm gone. And then my mom and Diane are going to stop in. My neighbor will be checking on everything daily. Jill Butzine and Judy. So Tyler said to me last night, we were falling asleep. It was like 1 a.m. And he's like, is Tigger going to be like, what's he going to do without anybody for 2 weeks? Do you think that the ladies will let him come into class and hang out with him like he normally does? Like, cause he'll usually be out here when we have class. He'll be out for like, he'll be around, like making his presence known, and then he goes and finds a chair and he sleeps for 2.5 hours while we have class. And it's loud and people are talking and he just snaps with us. So I got to talk to Diane about it. I already kind of mentioned it to Judy and Jill that if they want to go in and get him and bring him out and give him some love, that they should. To make sure he gets put in for the night, right? So, but yes, we've got people coming in and checking. And Jill she mentioned she might even stay in the house for a few nights. Well, I'm not sure. I still got to talk to her, but while I'm gone, so. Yes, Lynn Beasley, it was a terrific stack of Happy Meal. It sure was. All right, you guys. So, today's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow is DSP Sampler Day. My brother gets in here, and you guys are going to be in the thick of the DSP Sampler. It's going to take us probably 2 full days to get all 72 of them made. I don't know. You can't really see it, but the whole back half of that table is full of designer paper that I've already laid out so that we can take it up to the cutter and start cutting on it. And then it's Mother's Day on Sunday. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. If you have human babies or fur babies, right? So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Enjoy your special day. Make sure you don't do anything that requires too much work, hopefully. And if you do, then I hope you enjoy it and it's not too horrible. So, and then Monday, you guys, I've got a double header with classes in person. And Tuesday nights, ink, paper, scissors. So thinking ahead, I have 3 tutorials to send to you. I'm hopeful that the Roses in Color or Roses Technique class file, I'll be able to send that by Saturday. I need to write the other 2 tutorials. And so I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to sneak in some time to write them and then get them proofread and then send them out to you. So my goal is to have them both to you by Monday. So it'll be right in the nick of time like this last week was. And so I thank you for your patience on the tutorials, you guys. That's the only part of this that feels like I have homework is writing a paper. But we need those papers written. So, all right, I'm so happy you guys thought that this was another great class. I know we went over a bit, but we were looking at Fun Happy Meal. So if you guys have any questions about the cards, don't hesitate to reach out. If you're watching the replay, again, I don't have any left. The tutorial will be out there either in the next hour or 2 or by tomorrow morning. If you have questions on how to put the cards together, never hesitate to reach out to ask me. I'm here to help you guys. So, yay! Terry says she might go try some new folds. Awesome. Yay. I like it. Just a recap though from last week, you guys, I do have the month. Oh, you guys, let me show you some cards really quick. I know a bunch of you have already popped off, but I have some ink, paper, scissors cards to show you. We got these done last week, and not even last week. We got these done on Monday. It's still this week. So in case you guys, we have the Daisy class next week, Tuesday, which they're over on the counter. I won't grab them, but this is the ink, paper, scissors for June. In case you guys are wondering, we were trying to forecast how many people are going to sign up for this. And I'm like, well, I better show the cards so you guys can start deciding if you want to take this class or not. This is a full shaker card. This is like the real tried and true shaker card with a window sheet. And it's a birthday. And then we've got, I didn't even stamp the inside yet. So there's one. And then here is, again, these could be congratulation cards for graduations too. They don't have to be birthday cards. And then this one's got the stars on it. And again, all of these are double matted, not stamped or put together, but we got the outside done. So ink, paper, scissors, meaning you, yes, Sue Beasley, I'm leaving for the incentive trip on Friday. A week from tomorrow morning, we will be gone. And then we have 2 Faker Shaker cards for you guys. So Faker Shaker is where you use a window sheet and you've got lots of confetti in here. The confetti is part of your goodie bag. So you get a whole thing of the little jar of the funfetti stuff. And so that opens like this. That's a little designer paper on here. And then it's a little gift card holder, you guys. So you can put a gift card or a check or some cash in here if you want to. All right. And then I didn't stamp the inside again. And so that's that card. My favorite one is this last one. So this is another faux shaker card or Faker Shaker card. I love the Freesia with the Misty and the Lost Lagoon with the stripes. So cool. And this one's a fun fold as well. It opens that way. And then it opens this way, and again, no insides are done, but we got the outsides done. So if anybody wants to start getting signed up for this, it's the ink, paper, scissors for next month, all right? So we had to come up with an idea of how many people might sign up for this class so our die cutters and embossers can start prepping ahead while I'm gone. They can start working on this stuff. So yay to that. And then in case anybody missed it, I showed these cards earlier in the week. These are the Let's Just Stamp for June. So you guys, I'm going to be doing a showcase video next week before I leave with whatever I have done, because otherwise I come back, it's June 2nd, and we're already into June. So this is Let's Just Stamp for June. And then the Naturally Gilded class is the Stamp-a-Stack for June. So I've got 3 classes for June ready for you. I'm working on the monthly class, and I'm working on Let's Go Fishing. I'm trying to get those done by Tuesday so that I can do a showcase video for you guys on Wednesday. So that's what I have in my head. So Sherry, yes, we can get you signed up for ink, paper, scissors in June. So you guys, at this point, if anybody wants to get signed up for anything, email me, text me, Facebook message me, however you normally get in touch with me. I like to always keep it consistent on how you message. So if I'm looking for something, I always just go to that platform for how you message me. So I will make sure Sherry, I saw you here. And then Vicky also, I saw you. But after now, if you don't hear me say your name, make sure to definitely send me a notice or an email, and Vicky and Sherry too. We're gonna have to communicate via email or text or any kind of written communication. It helps me to keep a track of things easier, you guys. So, but yes, Sue Beasley, I leave on Friday and I am gone for a bit. We're going into Norway for the incentive trip for 7 days, a 7-day cruise. And then we're spending 5 extra days in Ireland. We thought as long as we're that far, we're going to just stay there for 5 more days. Tyler didn't want to come home. He wanted to actually stay for longer even. I'm like, we gotta get back to reality at some point, right? So, and there's a lot of stuff that's coming up. June is a little lighter month for me, thank goodness. I think we only have 2 additional add-on things than the normal schedule. So, yay. So, all right, you guys. I did also notice if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can see the June Paper Pumpkin now. You can see the details of it. And there's a new add-on die for it as well that you can go ahead and get added on starting now. You can purchase, thank you so much, you can purchase the new add-on die. And I will have extra May Paper Pumpkins, and I still have 1 April Paper Pumpkin in case anybody wants it. So, all right, well, just like that, I thought I was done, and then I had more. So now I think I'm officially good. So you guys, I will see you guys the next time. Thanks, Lynn Beasley. Lots of sunshine love. Big hugs to you guys. Love you long time, everybody. And I'm going to count to 10, and then I'll end it, and in case it cuts out early. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Patricia Wright, I saw your comment for the ink, paper, scissors for you, too. So I have you on my list. Thanks, Vicky Rodriguez. It should be a fabulous trip. We'll take lots of pictures. And I think it was at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, bye, guys.